It's me again, mga people, and this is the last lesson for the first quarter of effective communication po, no? At palambing lang po ako sandali by subscribing, liking, and commenting on our video today. And tara na, mag-discuss na po tayo agad-agad. No, ayan. So for our warm-up activity, so the title is How Did I Do? Ayan. So think about your most recent class presentation, group discussion, conversation with a friend, family discussion. Ayan. Then rate yourself po. Ayan. From 1 to 5. Ayan, no? I listened carefully. I spoke clearly. I respected others' opinions. I stayed on topic. I expressed my ideas confidently. 5 pa lahat. Ayan. Then, of course, answer these guide questions. Which skill I received the highest score? Which skill needs improvement? And what made communication successful or difficult? Ayan. So, let's be real lang po, no? Ayan, sa ating pag-rate. Di naman po yan kabawasan sa atin if we honestly answered the activity. So, after a class presentation ba, ng group discussion, or even a simple conversation with your family, na ask mo ba yung sarili mo kung kamusta kaya ako kanina? Ganon, no? Did I explain my ideas clearly? And did I really listen? Or was I just waiting for my turn to speak? Diba? So, self-rating helps us po, no, to become more aware of our communication habits. No, it's not about judging ourselves. It's about discovering what we're already doing well and what we can still improve. No? Kasi for example, minsan kasi akala natin, di ba, or we feel that we are super confident during our report. But we realized we interrupted our classmates during the Q&A, di ba? Or maybe akala natin we are a great listener, di ba? Pero nahihiya ka lang talaga magsalita during recitation, di ba? So every conversation gives us the chance po to learn something about ourselves. And remember, nobody becomes a great communicator overnight. Wala pong overnight success, no? We improve one conversation at a time. Ayun po ang katotohanan ng buhay. So, this day we are going to discuss self-reflection. And this is the process of thinking about how we communicate and how our communication affects others. No? Ayan. Lumitaw na yung isa agad. So, evaluating our words. Ayan. So, it's about choosing language that is clear, respectful, and appropriate for every situation. Also, examining our tone. And this reflects on how our voice and attitude shape the message we deliver. Then we also have reviewing our behavior. And this includes assessing actions and responses to improve future communication interactions. Then let's have the learning from experiences. So in here, we identify what went well and what we need to improve, because we also need to apply lessons to future talks and to let ourselves grow. For the planning improvement, we need to set goals, practice active listening, refine tone and word choice, and seek constructive feedback always po. No? Ayan. So, kumbaga, self-reflection is taking time, diba, for ourselves to think about how we communicate, no? And how our words, tone, and actions affect other people. Instead of simply moving on after a conversation, we need to ask ourselves, no, ganyan. Did I explain my ideas clearly? Did I accidentally offend someone kanina? No? Na-handle ko ba na maayos yung situation? Kanina nag-uusap kami ng kaibigan ko or ng mga katrabaho ko, ganyan, no? So, kumbaga, ang reflection is a tool to help us become more intentional sa mga natin, sa mga sinasabi natin. This make us intentional communicator in a greater sense, no? Kasi if we imagine, for example, we are posting something on social media, diba? Tapos we are just emotional. Later, after nating mag-calm down, diba, ma-realize natin, yung post ko parang it sounds rude, diba? Parang napaka-passive-aggressive ko sa part na yon. So, self-reflection help us recognize those moments so that we can make better decision next time. Now, the goal kasi is not to be perfect naman. It's to keep growing every day through honest evaluation of ourselves, diba? In um, daily conversations. Now, let's talk about the communicative competence. So, ano namang ibig sabihin nito? This is our ability to communicate effectively and appropriate in different situations. So, nagagawa ba natin yan? Kung yes, then we have the communicative competence. No? And a competent communicator speaks clearly. No? Ayan, so, a competent communicator articulates thoughts with confidence, precision, and appropriate pace for the audience. Kailangan, a competent communicator also listens actively, meaning he or she gives full attention, shows understandings, and responds thoughtfully to others. And of course, uses appropriate language. No? A competent communicator chooses words that suit, di ba? Ayan, suit the context, di ba? The tone and the relationship with the audience. Ayan, dapat nag-show din siya ng respect or he or she values the perspective and feelings of others. No? Understand the audience. Yan. It's about recognizing who you are speaking to because it shapes how you deliver your ideas effectively. And of course, you need to adapt to varied situations. From the keyword there is you adjust, diba? Your tone, your language, your approach, diba? To suit the context or the environment. So, kumbaga, kanina nag-self-reflection tayo, diba? Ayan. Pag nagkakaroon ka ng self-reflection, definitely, you can attain communicative competence, diba? And that is our ability or our skill to communicate effectively in various situations. Again po, paulit-ulit na sasabihin, it's not just about speaking kasi ng English fluently or in the language that we use, diba? It's not just about using big words, diba? Mga highfalutin na salita. But it's about knowing what to say, how to say it, when to say it, and who you are talking to, diba? Kumbaga, a competent communicator po kasi knows how to adjust. That's the keyword do, no? Marunong siya mag-adjust in language, diba? Depending sa audience and context. Pag yung mga bata, syempre bababawan yung mga salita niya. Pag mga nasa formal situation siya, gagawin niya formal ngayon yung kanyang language, no? Kumbaga, kung ano yung hinihingi ng context ng situation, ayun ang binibigay niya. No? Example po, when you probably talk differently with your best friend than with your principal. Diba, mapapansin mo, with your friend, ang sasabihin mo, uy, tara kain, ganyan, diba? Pero kapag co-teacher mo yan or principal, of course, sasabihin mo na, ay, good afternoon po, ma'am, may I ask a question po, mga ganun, diba? Ayan. Pwede po namin kayong invite na kumain sa labas, ganyan, diba? So, correct naman yung pareho. Kaso nga lang, depende sa situation, diba? And great communicators or competent communicators know this and they know how to adapt while still being respectful and genuine. So, paano naman natin gagawin ngayon yung communication reflection so that we can be competent, diba, na communicator? So, we need to ask ourselves this. Sa mga personal na communication, you can ask yourselves, do I express my feelings honestly? Do I think before speaking? Do I understand my emotions? Do I reflect on my experiences? And do I communicate positively with myself? Para naman po sa interpersonal, do I listen without interrupting? Do I show empathy with others, of course, no? Do I respect different opinions? O gusto mo, ikaw lang yung superior? Ikaw lang yung pinakikinggan? Diba? Do I ask questions when confused? Do I respond politely? Ayan. So, communication reflection po kasi happens in two level, no? Lagi pong ganyan. Kasi hindi lang naman po nangyayari communication when we are talking with other people. Also, diba, pwede po tayong mag-reflect with ourselves alone. Yan. Pwedeng personal, pwedeng interpersonal. Pag personal reflection is about how you communicate with yourselves. Diba? Do you encourage yourself ba pag nag-fail ka? Diba? Or do you immediately think, hindi ko talaga kaya eh. Sabi ko na nga ba, bobo ako eh. Mga ganong thoughts ba, diba? Or you have positive self-talk so that nabibuild mo yung confidence. Like saying, hindi, kaya ko to. Diba? Ano naman kung mag-fail? For the experience lang naman. Mga ganyan, diba? Yan. So, tandaan po kasi natin, di ba, positive talk, self-talk builds our confidence. Kapag negative naman yung self-talk natin, it can always hold us back. Tapos, hanggang hindi na tayo mag-try, hindi na tayo mag-grow, hindi na natin gagawin yung mga task na iyon. Diba? Hindi na natin i-face yung fears natin. So, the way we speak to ourselves matters, no? Ayan. Just as much as the way we talk to other people po. So, interpersonal reflection po focuses on how we interact with other people. Ito naman yung kabaliktaran ng personal. So, think about your communication with your classmates, with your friends, or your family. Yan. Workmates. Diba? Do you listen ba without interrupting them? No? Do you respect their opinions kahit di ka nag-agree? Yeah. For example, during a group project, instead of saying, mali yan, pwede mo naman sabihin, that's a good idea. Pero maybe we can also consider this option. Diba? Kumbaga, small changes in communication, lagi pa natandaan, can strengthen relationships and can build teamwork stronger. So, bahagi po ng communication reflection is identifying our personal strengths. No? And mga possible strengths na yan could be being a good listener, ayan, being a confident speaker, being a respectful communicator, ayan, being an organized thinker, ayan, having a positive attitude, being empathetic, ayan, being cooperative, and of course, responsible online communicator. So before you focus po on what you need to improve, napaka-important muna na ma-recognize mo ano mo na yung you are already good at. Ano saan yung magaling ka na, diba? Kasi maybe you're already an excellent listener. Some people trust you because you're genuinely paying attention. So, wag mo i-improve yun kasi meron ka na nun, diba? Or siguro you're already confident when presenting in front of the class, diba? And can explain ideas clearly. So, may mga strengths ka na. And those strengths are your foundation, diba? They are your skills, diba? That you just need to continue to develop, to maintain, diba? And then, once you identify these strengths, you take a moment to identify 3 strengths ngayon. Diba? Na meron ka na. Pwedeng you are already empathetic na, respectful, cooperative, responsible ka na when communicating online. Diba? Huwag mong ina-underestimate yung mga to. Hindi naman kailangan lahat meron ka. But that is a good thing if you all have these strengths. Diba? Pero at least, kung meron ka na, ilan lang. Diba? That's a good sign. Diba? You're doing well in communication aspect. Diba? Sometimes kasi we focus too much sa mga weaknesses natin and we tend to forget, diba? And take for granted or we forget to appreciate the things na meron na tayo at nagagawa na natin ng okay. Diba? Gusto natin mag-improve pero while we improve, dapat din natin na forget yung mga magagaling na natin. Dapat minamaintain lang natin yung mga yon. Diba? Celebrate your progress while you continue growing. So, after natin ma-identify yung mga strengths natin, it's time for us to identify naman the areas for growth. Ayan. Ano mga possible areas pa natin to improve? Pwedeng speaking confidently in front of others, listening more carefully without getting distracted, managing our emotions during conflict, improving grammar or vocabulary, organizing ideas before speaking or writing, reducing filler words like avoiding interruptions in conversation, and of course, improving digital communication etiquette. Ayan. No communicator is perfect. Ayun po siguro una nating i-sink in sa utak natin. And that's completely okay. Diba? Everyone has areas to improve. Maybe you get nervous during presentations, you use too many filler words, like, parang, or sometimes you interrupt people without realizing it. No? So recognizing these habits is not something to be embarrassed about. It's actually the first step to become better. Kasi for example, if you notice that you often speak too fast during recitations, kasi nininervous ka, you can practice slowing down and taking deep breaths, di ba? If you struggle with grammar, reading books, or practicing speaking in English can help you, di ba? Yeah. Kaya manood ka ng mga tutorials online, di ba? Yan, how to be good at grammar or in English, ganyan, no? Growth begins with the moment we become honest with ourselves. Kapag in-embrace muna natin yung mga flaws natin, yung mga weaknesses natin, and that's the starting point to improve ourselves. Let's talk about the strategies for improvement. Ayan, andyan na yung 7 and 8. No? Ayan, so we have 8 po strategies. One is practice active listening. Next is read more books. Next is join discussions. Then ask for feedback. Reflect after conversations. Practice public speaking. Think before speaking. And of course, respect viewpoints. Ayan. So, andyan po yung mga definitions nila. No? Yan. So, we practice active listening to fully understand others before forming our responses. We read more books to expand vocabulary, knowledge, and communication depth. And of course, we join discussion to build confidence and sharpen our ability to express ideas clearly. We ask for feedback to understand how our communication lands and where we can grow. We reflect after conversations to assess what went well and what to improve. We practice public speaking regularly to present ideas in front of groups or large or small. We think before speaking to ensure clarity and intention in every conversation, and we respect viewpoints to build trust and foster open, inclusive dialogue. The good news is that communication is a skill. And gaya po ng ibang skill, it gets better with practice, with consistency. We can improve by active listening, joining us discussions, and the rest of the strategies po na naka-mentioned there. Every small efforts po adds up over time. Imagine kung you are shy during reporting. Instead of avoiding presentations forever, diba? Why not challenge yourself to speak a little more each time? Diba? Maybe today, mag-volunteer ka to answer one question. Next week, i-lead mo na yung group discussion. Diba? Before you know it, you're presenting confidently in front of the class nang di mo namamalayan. Diba? Communication isn't about instant perfection. It's about consistent improvement po. And of course, part ng conversation or ng mga communication dealings natin lagi ang giving and receiving feedback. And a good feedback is respectful, specific, honest, helpful, and constructive. Example, instead of, your presentation was boring, instead na sabihin mo ganyan, say, your presentation was informative. Dapat may part pa din na sasabihin mo mga positive. Maybe adding more eye contact and examples would make it even more engaging. Diba? So sabihin mo yung strengths pa rin niya, and then mag-suggest ka ngayon paano siya mag-improve. Constructive dapat siya and specific. Of course, you have to be honest. Kasi di yan mag-grow kung lagi mo siyang sinusugarcoat. Ayan. Tandaan po natin, feedback is one of the most powerful tools for growth. But only when it's given respectfully and received with an open mind, yun lang yun mangyayari. Yes, kailangan respectful yung pagkakasabi, and at the same time, dapat open-minded yung tao na magre-receive ng feedback. Kasi constructive feedback po focuses on helping someone improve rather than making them feel bad. Kaya ka nagbigay ng feedback, hindi para maliitin sila, di ba? Or i-pinpoint na, mali lahat ng ginagawa nila. But to help them grow and be better the next time. So instead of criticizing the person, we comment on specific behaviors and offer suggestions na pwede nilang gawin. For example, instead of saying, yan nga, yung boring, huwag na yun, di ba? Huwag ka na mag-focus doon, di ba? Ayan, na para bang walang magandang ginawa yung tao, di ba? Kasi for example, ako sa mga write-ups ng mga estudyante ko, di ba? Yung mere fact na maganda yung pagkakasulat niya kahit na mali talaga yung content, in-appreciate ko yun. Di ba? You have a good penmanship, you write neatly, ganyan-ganyan. But next time, make sure you target the topic. Ginaganon ko. Binibigyan ko sila ng ganon, di ba? At least, may nakikita pa rin na something good doon sa person. Ayan po. Kung wari yan, minsan sa your presentation was boring, di ba? Mafe-feel ng tao na parang yung feedback mo sa personal attack, di ba? So, make it na parang free advice yung approach so that they can see it as a tool to become stronger communicator the next time. And always give them the notion that growth happens when we are always willing to listen and to improve. Ganun po siya. Ayan. So, what are the real-life application? Diba? Kung saan pwede tayo magkaroon ng mga communication reflection. Ayan. So, these skills can help us classroom discussion po, sa mga group projects natin, sa mga public speaking, of course, sa mga family communication, sa mga friendships, leadership roles, job interviews, and sa ating mga future careers. Diba? So, good communication are not just useful in school. Kasi, hindi lang naman puro school yung ating location. Diba? may makasama rin naman tayong tao outside the school, within our homes. May makikilala pa tayo, di ba? When we go other places, di ba? When we started to have our job. Yan. And a good communication skill is a life skill, no? That we can use, we will use, and we should use almost every day. Di ba? Whether we are just participating in classroom discussion or ano pa mga situations, di ba? Ayan. Effective communication help us succeed. No? Kung mag-apply ka ng trabaho, and that will be your first job, one day, di ba? Mangyayari naman yon. So, possibly, yes, your grades matter. Kailangan maganda yung grades mo. Pero maganda rin naman na you have a good way or ability to introduce yourself. Kasi, that is how you present yourself sa kanila, di ba? Paano mo ibebenta yung sarili mo sa kanila, di ba? So that makuha kanila. No? Ayan, how you ace or how you answer interview questions confidently and communicate professionally. Factor yon. Kasi even simple skills like listening carefully, speaking respectfully, and expressing your ideas clearly, may mga yan. They can contribute to you to make a big difference both in your personal and professional life. Ayan. Kaya hindi po pwedeng from time to time sinasabi sa sarili mo, ay, hindi ako magaling sa ganyan, ay, nahiya ako. No, diba? Yes, you have to go out of your comfort zone. No, you have to face your fears and be the best version of you. So, ano yung mga key takeaways natin for this lesson? For this final lesson for the first quarter ng effective communication. Of course, self-reflection leads to self-improvement. Everyone has communication strengths and weaknesses. Communicative competence develops through practice. Feedback helps us grow. Personal effectiveness begins with continuous learning. By embracing self-awareness and consistent practice, we become more effective communicators in every area of our lives, in the classroom, to the workplace, and so on and so forth. Yan po, no? So, this day's lesson reminds us that becoming an effective communicator starts with self-awareness. Now, when you reflect on your daily communication experience, when you recognize your strengths, when you accept that you have your weakness too, no? Ayan. And when you practice consistently, ayan, you become more confident and competent communicators. No? Remember po lagi natin, communication is a lifelong learning process. Yes, we keep on learning. And our golden rule is also simple again. Reflect honestly, learn continuously, and communicate confidently. Don't be afraid to make mistakes because every conversation is another opportunity to grow. The more you practice, the more natural, effective communication becomes. No? And of course, thank you so much. And this is our final note. The best communicators are not those who never make mistakes. They are those who reflect on every conversation, learn from every experience, and keep improving every day. And that's a wrap po. Ayan. Thank you again for joining me, and I hope you realize that effective communication is not just about being perfect. It's about being willing to reflect, improve, and keep learning from every interaction. Kasi po, every conversation, whether successful man po yan or not, di ba? Challenging man yan, it teaches us valuable lessons. And always remember, yung nakasulat po na yan. No? Keep communicating with confidence, kindness, respect, and purpose. And see you po on our next lesson para po sa ating second quarter. Thank you for learning with me. Bye!